Supermarket ban sees 80% drop in plastic bag consumption nationwide in Australia.
Here's a summary of the article.
The ban on single-use plastic bags by Australia's two largest supermarkets prevented the introduction of an estimated 1.5 billion bags into the environment, and the retail industry is hopeful this is only the beginning. Coles and Woolworths' decision to stop offering single-use disposable plastic bags midway through the year was initially met with swift public backlash. 3 months on the radical change has translated to an 80% drop in the consumption of plastic bags nationwide, according to the National Retail Association. Stout said the ban was a brave move from the major supermarkets and it was paving the way for smaller businesses, who typically cannot afford to risk the wrath of their customers, to follow suit. They're obviously seen as the product stewards, so a lot of people will come back to them, Stout told AAP. Obviously the best thing for smaller businesses is to either engineer out the bag completely or have the customer pay. They should be able to consider that strategy without fear of backlash, with New South Wales the only state or territory in Australia that has not moved to legislate to phase out plastic bags. Stout says it is time to step up and quit relying on the supermarket ban to do the work. We're still seeing a lot of small to medium bags being used, especially in the food category, and whilst I get some comfort that the majors have done this voluntarily, I think there still needs to be a ban in place, he said.
This post received a score of 6,271, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The ban was already a decade old here in the state of South Australia. We were laughing at everyone freaking out in the rest of the nation.
Woolworths and Target had to extend the free bags because Sheathales were assaulting staff over it. Fucking Perth, man.
Or just use sturdy paper bags. Most supermarkets in Australia don't offer paper bags. They replaced free single-use plastic with paid by the customer thicker plastic. This reduction is only in the single-use, but the article doesn't mention the increase in plastics overall. Not to mention all the unused single-use bags that ended up in landfill when the law came in. Edit for references, expected number of sales of the bags 1/3 of the free ones, the new bags weigh more than 3 of the old ones. Comparing the plastic bags, at best 11 times as bad. Supermarkets dumping surplus stock.
Is there any indication that there was a growth in plastic overall? Also, they probably managed the supply to drain down to the end.
Because most people don't bat an eyelid at paying $20 for a bag on top of their $40 of groceries each time they go shopping, often on the way home from work without the bag they bought yesterday. Now the bags just have 10x as much plastic, but they usually go straight in the bin anyway because most people don't bat an eyelid at paying $20 for a bag on top of their $40 of groceries each time they go shopping, often on the way home from work without the bag they bought yesterday. Not proof but an explanation of why, increasingly people buy dinner on their way from work back to their apartment. More trips, more often, more, bigger, bags holding the same small amount in them. 20C is meaningless compared to the convenience in people's daily grind.
What are these 20-cent bags? I've never heard of anything like that. Over here in Canada we have $1 or even $2 bags which are quite sturdy but also made of plastic. And from certain articles it seems like they make up 100x as much plastic as the typical plastic bag, if not more. They do last quite a while mind you, but from my experience the handles break from the weight sooner or later. Mind you, we never banned the normal craptastic bags. We just required a 5-cent charge on each.
The ban on single-use plastic bags by the introduction of an estimated 1.5 billion bags into the environment, and the retail industry is hopeful this is only the beginning. Coles and Woolworths' decision to midway through the year was initially met with but 3 months on the radical change has translated to an 80% drop in the consumption of plastic bags nationwide, according to the National Retail Association. Indeed, some retailers are reporting reduction rates as high as 90%, the NRA's David Stout said on Sunday.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.